And so to round one, Home Truths, in which our panellists turn over a card and read aloud a fact about themselves. Some are true, others are lies that they've never seen before. Can the opposing team separate the truth from the fiction? Gareth Vorderman, you're first up. Please reveal all.
On countdown, if I worked out the number puzzle before the time was up, I used to play a little game.
That's where I've seen you before. So, David's team, what do you think?
What little game?
Well, on the numbers puzzle, you know, you used to do the press the target and the number, and then the target.
And then there's a time
up.
limit.
And then there'd be 30. You had 30 seconds to do something.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time, I'd get the answer before the clock started, so I had 30 seconds.
Before the clock started?
So you must have despised the contestants. Sitting there working away for the whole 30 seconds like morons.
What I used to do, I used to get my pen that I would write on the board with, and I used to go round all the props boys, and I used to make them tap the end of my pen, and how many could tap the end of my pen in 30 seconds was the game.
So how many props guys were required in the production of Countdown?
Well, Joe's been on Countdown a lot, so you know how we have someone like Harry or Vince or Stan who do the water pouring.
Carol.
And then
we had.
Oh, yeah, tap my pen!
We're probably sat there. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Did you ever vary the game at all? Was it always the same game?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, here we go.
Sometimes I managed to get to the front row of the audience as well. Occasionally,
you?
a member of the audience.
Those people can't move.
Eh? Did you actually think this game up?
She's gone. I'll get her next time.
David, what are you and your teammates thinking?
Does it strike you as plausible?
I think
Larry?
it's flannel myself.
Flannel? That's a great word. You've been on EastEnders too long, Larry.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I missed a lot of that because as soon as Carol started describing the game, I had a sort of mental absence. I've done Dictionary Corner quite a lot. And
But you couldn't see me from Dictionary Corner, could you?
No, I couldn't.
Well, what I doubt is whether you would be allowed, when the contestants are trying to work out the math, to run around the studio getting men to touch your marker pen. Yes, well, so we think it's a lie, I think.
I think we do,
OK.
yeah.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
OK, Carol, is it truth or is it a lie?
It is true.
Now then. Oh. And do you know what? It actually is lots of fun. So, you seriously did this?
It was a ritual, and after about 15 years, it gets funny, really, when, you know...
Wow,
That's what we're hoping with this show.
And do you know, when I was being really cheeky, I'd take the top off, and then they all got dirty fingers.
So, Larry, your turn to confess all.
I used to run a market stall
Yeah.
that only sold hats for dogs.
Please, team, this shouldn't take long.
Flannel!
What year was this?
It was in 19... There we go. 19...
Larry, we're supposed to go. Here we go. You don't do it about yourself.
No, it was in the 1960s.
The 1960s?
Yeah.
And this was your own business?
I was a lad. I was still at school.
You were still at school, and you thought, I'm going to hit up the booming dog hat market.
Yeah. I was pretty enterprising lad, I tell you.
Can you give me some...
In Harlow.
What was your top seller?
Harlow. The top seller was a plaid one, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to ask about sizes, because obviously the sizes of dogs...
There were only 3 sizes.
What were they?
They were, well, small, medium and large.
It's a complex system, Carol.
My key question is, how did a dog keep the hat on?
You put it over its ears.
So you crushed its ears?
No, you don't crush it. No, well, I mean, this was the 60s. You didn't worry about those things anyway. But
Hang on, Larry. 60s ago. In the 60s, it was wild, crazy. I've never heard anyone. It was crazy. We used to crush dogs' ears and we'd think of the monkeys. Honestly, crazy time.
Did you make the hats yourself, or did you buy them from somebody else and then sell them on?
No, they were being made in China.
They were being made in China. So you had links with China, despite the fact you were at school. You're chasing this life.
Was it just dogs' hats?
Yeah. The main item then in the 60s, for some strange reason, in Harlow, was that all they
Only in Harlow.
Lee, the moment has now come within the game where you guess whether it's the truth or a lie.
All the evidence seems to suggest
It's a great big fat porky.
yes. That'd be a good name for one of his hats.
You're saying it's a lie.
It's got to be a lie.
Lie. It's a lie.
OK, Larry, is it the truth or is it a lie?
It's a lie.
It's a lie. Larry did not run a market stall that only sold hats for dogs. He was far too busy running a kiosk selling cummerbunds to kittens.